EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. And off we go from SoFi Stadium. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. In motion, Aguilar. Off of play action. Here's Stafford. This one into the hands of Aguilar. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 39 yards there.
As we've seen over the years, offense coordinators will often ease their way into drives. Many of them don't want to risk a turnover or put their defense in a bad spot, but not in this case.
Not at all. Forget about easing into it. They took a shot. It worked. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. On the ground, it's a rookie from Tennessee. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. So this game, Charles, you know, we talked about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that, and by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the first half. Backups get to play in the second. But you and I both know that funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent upon the starters to really play well to make it work for this team.
And now Stafford's going to move him around. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have a Rams first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2. And the Rams at 6-0. What a start to the season for them. And they have certainly got it rolling as of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, you know, the very next game, you point out to them, we're on a nice run here, and if we keep doing this, we'll be playing at home in the postseason, and we know that that could ride us all the way to the Super Bowl if we get that done.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's 2nd down. They'll run for the first time here with Kyren Williams. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. They run it again with Williams. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front. And a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
On 4th down, Stafford. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. Well, trying to be bold on the opening drive of the game, but that effort, it proves futile.
How many times have we talked with coaches where they've talked about taking the emotion out of their decision-making? I think that opening drive, if he didn't have it in
for it before. I think that keyed into it. They were doing so well, and he decided to really establish something there. They didn't get it. Now they've got to make sure that they don't lose their focus.
Jefferson going to go in motion right. He's going to handle it on the touch pass. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's a gain of 34. So that about the shortest pass a quarterback can make, but it winds up going for a bundle.
Yeah, let's face it, in the stats, it sure looks like a heck of a throw, doesn't it? It's almost like in baseball when you get that little Texas leaguer that turns into a double. You would think that you hit it off the wall. Big-time play for him on a short little pass.
Escaping the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away. You talk about this Rams defense. They played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
And the big difference in the game, their ability to force turnovers. Multiple, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, the big difference in the game.
It was impressive. Now the question, can they duplicate it? 2nd and 10. In motion comes the tight end left. Looking to throw McCarthy. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up the screen. You don't want to throw it too early and have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late, and that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Now McCarthy. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Rams are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said, 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as
and this is caught. Touchdown, LA! Cooper Kupp, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Rams use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Now a hit and a loose football. And now the Rams have got it going the other way. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. Play action. Stafford. Throws left side. Atwell's got it. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. Got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
From the gun, here's Stafford. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time. They ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Matthew Stafford, 2 touchdown passes in this first quarter. And the Rams are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. The Rams kickoff team on the field. And here we go with the ball in the air. And he loses the football a second time. And now the Rams have got it going the other way. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
And a curious play call here, to say the least. Thought it might be a trick, but no, he actually goes down to a knee. 2nd and 11. Now a give, running left is right. And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down marker at the Vikings' 19-yard line. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3. Now it's Stafford. Wright's got it. There's a nice move. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. 3rd down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
To throw is Stafford. This complete left side to Aguilar. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal.
Out there, offense.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL. The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter as they come up now 2nd and goal. Now they send a man in motion right. He's going to get it on the jet sweep. And they'll get it down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
Here we go on 4th. Stafford. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They can't hook up on 4th and goal from the 4. And the Vikings, they come up big down near the goal line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Here's a tap forward by McCarthy on the touch pass. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
To the air with McCarthy. Flushed out right. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So the completion good for just 3. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2. He was out there waving his arms. When you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And Jones is not going to have the first down as they stop him short. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. They'll indeed go. Here's McCarthy. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. Throwing is Stafford. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Cup. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
They'll run on first down with Wright. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Now Stafford. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack.
Well, that's what they have to do more of defensively. Not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face. Not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. So now Stafford and the Rams after the sack. They're staring up at a 3rd and long. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Well, partner, given where that drive started, that's an excellent job defensively to force them into 4th down.
A 44-yard attempt.
And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps. And the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a first down.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, there's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Throwing again, McCarthy. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
I think he just made the punter a little bit jealous there. There was some serious hang time on that ball. Deep downfield, and while it didn't connect, it certainly sent a message, didn't it?
Man in motion is Sherfield. There go play action. Here's McCarthy. He's got this one complete to Sherfield. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 43. 11 yards for number 11.
And a nice job by the two of them to not only connect on the pitch and the catch, but to carry over their practice work to the game field. They saw the adjustment by the defense, made an adjustment themselves, and picked up the first down.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Offense is moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they're in a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Man in motion is Sherfield. McCarthy off the play fake. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you definitely got to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on third down. On play action, now McCarthy. He lets one go deep for Addison. And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points, but he could not get that to stick, and that is a golden opportunity wasted there.
Oh, I don't know if he's sensing contact to come or what, but that's a ball he'd love to have back. That could have gone for big yardage, but it just didn't want to stay in his hands. That's a tough break.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 21 yards there, a big play on 4th down. So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10. On play action, McCarthy firing quickly here, and that's complete. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football.
How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Man in motion is Sherfield. Sticking with the pass, here's McCarthy. And he'll just get rid of it.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
McCarthy operating from the gun. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. And this one is right down the middle. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. The final shot before the break, Stafford. Now he'll let it go deep left side. It's caught inside the 25. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
Vikings 3.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. 17-3 the score as we resume action for the second half on EA Sports. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air. Second down, another shot for Jones.
And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Jefferson going to go in motion right. And they'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They'll send the tight end in motion left. Throwing is McCarthy. And he can't hang on to it, and the screen never got started.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Middle of the field to Jefferson. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams 16. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Jefferson moving in motion left. Here's a tap forward by McCarthy on the touch pass. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. Justin Jefferson, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Vikings are back within a score. Point after, right down the middle. And that slices the lead down to 17-10. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. But I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
Back to throw, Stafford. He finds Aguilar over the middle. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for L.A.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Stafford now to throw. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. And his throw here's incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Stafford. It's complete to Robinson. And they'll get this across the midfield stripe, but still winding up short of the first down. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They snap it to Stafford. He'll get that complete to Alberto. And it'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first. They've been burned twice already on 4th down, but the 3rd time's the charm as they keep the drive moving. Again, it's Stafford. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The Rams, they are on the move. They've got another 1st down.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
They'll fake it. Now Stafford. It's caught by Aguilar. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
How about a nod to the sequence of plays they're putting together here? This has been death by 1,000 paper cuts on this drive. But this is one of their best plays yet. And they're able to move it down into the red zone.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Well, Stafford going to change it up here. A give up the middle to right. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Stafford. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And the Rams are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. They'll try again. And he's not going too far. In fact, stopped dead in his tracks at the 3. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now, to stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. Now Stafford on 3rd and goal. Did he get the feed down? Yes! Touchdown! Nelson Aguilar with a 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Rams add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession. And to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
Here's a tap forward by McCarthy on the touch pass. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
His throw incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into it because they were there to help break that pass up.
The Vikings on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. Here it's 3rd and 3. To the air with McCarthy. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. They'll indeed go. Here's McCarthy. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need. And that's exactly what they got done.
And that is incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Here's McCarthy. Completes this to Addison out left. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
We're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Picked by Troy Reeder. And the Rams are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. On 1st down, they'll start out with Wright. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play.
There he goes, right side. A big play there for LA. 43 yards. That catch for his career is number 589, so 11 away from 600, but it also right now ties him with Hall of Famer Fred Biletnikoff.
And we remember Fred Biletnikoff well because of the way he went about his business in catching the football. And we're seeing something similar here. Someone who runs precise routes, has excellent hands, and knows how to get the ball to the end zone.
The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. 3rd down and 1.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll try and run for this with Wright. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Hasn't had his best game running the football here tonight, but, hey, that's a critical spot right there to convert on 3rd down, and he did it.
And the lights are shining just a little bit brighter right now, aren't they? You remember the beginning of the game? If he gets this 1st down, everybody's happy. That's cool. But here, that was critical, and it really energizes him.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. So the L.A. Rams with a victory here. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Error-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle. Go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So for the Rams, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week where they take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to